My name is Betsy and I'm building out my 2021 ProMaster while taking adventures along each stage of the build. In this episode, I'm simultaneously installing my 12-volt electrical system, puck lights, and my ceiling to prepare for a 10-day trip to Arkansas and Louisiana with my mom and son. I'll show you how I troubleshoot and stay on track when I feel discouraged and the build gets tough. Let's pick up where we left off last. An empty van with vinyl floors.
Time to get all this crap back in.
Oh god,
This thing's fucking heavy. Ugh. Ugh. I'm strong. Ugh. It's not heavy at all. This either. This isn't heavy either. Oh god. God, this thing's freaking heavy. Fully power this down while I connect the solar. It's my DC input, and that goes to the solar. There we go. Because I'm already down here, this is my AC power. Let's get that screwed in. And again, oh, it turned on its own. Okay. All of those are plugged in. The one weird thing about the AC200L is that you only have one DC input, and I'm using it for the solar. And sometimes I need to use my alternator or like my car port. Still thinking about it. While I'm here, I think I'm just gonna get all of the DC stuff settled because it's nice not having the bed in here. Do need to plug in the fridge before I forget. 633 watts out the gate, surging all the way down to 55, 52, 50. And then it pretty much goes invisible after a little bit. I can run it for a full, maybe 12 hours. A box of electrical doodads that I need to finish. This does not look fun. All I've hooked up so far is the max air fan. Gotta do it, you know? Just gotta do it. So what if I'm feeling tired? Okie dokie. I have been busy. I don't like to do things in order, so I don't. Probably easier to finish these cables while I had the bed out of here. Ran out of 16 gauge wire to get on my computer and look that all over. Additionally, I have not done all the math for every setup yet. So like, I think I can use a 16 gauge wire for this, and these, but I just have to go and confirm. I wasn't expecting these lights to take as quickly as they did. I know that I'm thinking I'm using like 14 gauge or something, which I have, but I don't have those two items yet, so I don't necessarily want to run those yet. I am going to get a tattoo in Louisiana, and while I'm meandering in Louisiana, I'm going to take a trip on to Arkansas. I've never been there before, so I'm very excited. My mother will be coming along with me, and while I can deal without some creature comforts, I don't want my 51-year-old mother to have to go through some of that. I've got high expectations, so I just have a lot of decisions to make, which is fatiguing, but I am excited for the process. Okay, so that needs to go up here. I just got the rest of the electrical stuff from Amazon, so I'm gonna go through and pop that where it needs to go. Building a van is not linear, and everyone who posts the videos like, this is how I did my electrical, this is how I did my, good for you guys. Me over here, that's not how I do things. It just makes sense. Like, these cables are not really hanging all that well. I think I need to like add some zip ties to make everything kind of just hang out better. But in all actuality, like, I just need to get things done. This is my plan, okay? Get the rest of the electrical done. Pop open at least 2 packs of these ceiling panels, get them sanded, start getting them stained. I don't have a lot of room to let things dry, so I'm curious to see how that goes for me. I need to get the last 2 beam supports up. I have so much to do, but I have all the bits and bobs to make it happen. Oh, damn it. So I'm doing something a little tricky. I am wanting to use one fuse for 2 blue lights that are on separate switches. So I'm having to grab a negative from a light to a negative to a light, and then I'm gonna use a 3-gang little switchy switch lever nut to go from the B1 negative, I'm calling the blue light BL1 negative, and then going into the fuse panel, and then I gotta separately handle all the positives because those have to go to switches, and I'm having one switch over here and one switch over here, and what I'm using is blue marine lights. In my RV that I lived in, we had them in the bathroom, and in the middle of the night they really were perfect. And if there's one bouge thing I'm gonna do, it's gonna be that, because that's an easy feat. Very windy day today. Why? This is called pre-stain.
I have to touch it.
Oh, no, you can't touch it, baby. It's a chemical, okay? See how mommy's wearing a glove when I'm touching it? They say back up just a little bit. Thank you.
I don't wear a glove.
No, thank you. So I'm supposed to leave this on for 15 minutes and then wipe it off. Initially, I wanted cedar plank and I wanted it to be really warm and really beautiful, but then I just couldn't find any floors that I liked that matched. So I decided just to go with a white top coat. And in about 5 to 10 minutes, I will wipe this off. So while that's going, and while I've been letting stuff dry, I have also been running cabling for the water pump and the fan that I'm gonna have near the bed. And the switch will be here, so I can clippity-doodad that. Run the rest of this. This is the worst one so far. Okay, so that's to the water pump. This is to the water pump. This is to waterfront panel, my checklist. So the positive from the panel to the switch, from the switch to the water pump, and now I just need a negative from the panel to the water pump. So while the pre-stain is drying, I'm just gonna go ahead and cut the last 2 pieces I need for the ceiling. Gonna be loud. Sawdust in my eye. Fuck. I don't know.
I'm not.
What?
There's sawdust in my eye. Fuck. Grab that. Oh shit. Holy big piece of wood.
No.
Whew. Oh my god. Well, that just got stuck in my eye. Can you see that? Holy crap. So I just need to buy one more piece of PVC 1x3 in order to make everything flush. Oh shit. Didn't mean to do that. In the meantime, I am trying to just get all the wiring set, and I technically could just flip the switch and everything be ready. However, what I'm running into is I got these switches on Amazon and they came with black and red. And if you have been following along, you understand that we are going to designate these as kill switches for the positive. So I've only run positive cables to the switch panel control center. Now, apparently what you need is a single pole, single throw switch, and I bought the correct one. Had a little bit of a meltdown because obviously it comes with black and red, but you can theoretically use it in a different way. So this is what we're dealing with. I've got my Bluetti D40 hooked into a fuse panel. I have not plugged it into my Bluetti AC200L yet, but we are going to do that right now. The only cabling that I have hooked up right now to the fuse panel are for the lights. I'm going to go ahead and get those tested. Now, the only reason why I'm doing this right now before I put the ceiling up is just to make sure I'm doing good, you know? You never know what's going to happen, so I do have a fire extinguisher on standby because, you know, we're smart in these parts. D40 came with a DC power cable, so I didn't have to purchase that extra, which was nice. This thing is supposed to be really smart, so hopefully it'll detect what is going on. Oh, the snapping system. And the Bluetti AC200L is pretty smart, so it will probably communicate if there's any issues. Okay, what's going on here? It's saying charging. Nothing is showing as the DC output yet. It's still saying charging. The alarm, it's saying lead acid battery. I'm gonna just hit the power button. It's up to me to initiate this plug. Okay. Nothing is happening. Okay, why is nothing happening? It says charging, which is confusing. Okay, I'm gonna kill the DC just for now. Y'all, I got so excited just to have power, I completely skipped the fuse. That would be a tremendous help. So let me get that. Let me get that installed. This is where the iPad comes in handy. I've got my entire diagram and it says that I need a 1.5 amp fuse. That would make a lot of sense why I didn't have any power. Sometimes I just get so excited that I jump the gun, you know? That was silly of me. We're gonna go regular size 2 amp. I'm getting really excited. Let's try this again. DC out. Okay, it doesn't say it's pulling anything, but I doubt that it would pull anything unless I have anything on. So let's take a look. Is anything happening? Oh, man. So I know for a fact it's in load mode, so that's good. Now my issue is, fuck yeah, there is no issue! I just put too small of a fuse. Oh shit! Oh my god. And right now it's pulling 20 amps and that's 1, 2, 3, 4 lights on. 5 lights is 23 watts. 6. Oh, is this light bugged? Oh no. I think I got one bad light. Bummer. Dude. Oh shit. Oh my god, I feel like an evil scientist and I love this feeling. Oh my God. I didn't know what was going to happen. It obviously didn't work the first 2 times. Now I just gotta get that first light working, and then I'm gonna have blue lights like a boat or like a very expensive RV for at night. So I'm gonna, oh my God. Wow. I'm obviously trying to make it as pretty as I can. Once all these wires are connected into the fuse panel, I will tuck them back there. And then this is just a temporary situation until I get a whole wall panel up. But I'm taking this out next week, and I want better than basic camping. So I want the lights, I want the ceiling, I want the floors, I want refrigerator, and I even want a sink. So we'll see if I can get that done. It's next week. There's a lot to do. Okay, let me get back to her. I just want to say how incredibly awesome. I purchased this 1.5 PVC bendable, pliable. Mark and Tanya on YouTube, they kind of had a similar idea, and I was like, that seems like it might work best for me. I pre-drilled some holes in it, and I set my screws as far, just get it ready. And I've got a right angle thingamabob, and I'm gonna get it as close as I can to the edge of this wood here.
I realized I didn't properly explain what I was doing. Had a couple pieces of wood and I liquid nail glued them to the roof, and then I added that PVC. Did that portion of the roof to be truly level.
Hell yeah! Hell yeah! Hell yeah! Yeah! I'm getting excited. I'm getting pumped. The metal of the roof, so it'll hang a little bit past. Toma. Eso. Aquí. Ay, vente aquí. Ay, sí, yo entiendo, pero vente aquí. Okay. Negro, púntalo aquí y negro.
Ok, ahí.
No, Nayo. Mira eso aquí. Negro. Sí, sí, púntalo aquí negro.
Ok, perfecto.
¿Sí?
Ajá.
¿Perfecto? ¿Eso es bueno? Sí, bueno.
Ok.
Eso aquí. Ok. Bueno, the first piece. Are you ready?
Okay.
Are you ready?
Go ahead.
Okay. Pressure? Okay. 1, 2. Gracias, Niall. Gracias. 1 y 2. Wow. Look at it. Look what we did. 17 and 15/16. Eso. Aquí. Not perfect, but not bad either. Okay, necesita apúntalo a hole aquí para eso. I just wanted to show you what I did back here. I did 1, 2, 3, 4 or 2x1s, and I did them horizontally, and I screwed into this back plate all the way at the top. And then this piece is a floater piece, so I'm going to slide this small piece and nail into here in a couple spots, and then that'll just have a little bit more support and rigidity on this side. Go me! Is the line starting to get crooked? Is that the issue? It's never going to be perfect. It's only going to get worse, which is terrifying, but it's going to be what it is going to be. That was a little difficult, but I did it. Just pulled this down from up here. Keep all your warranty stuff up there. It's a nice place for it. A finishing touch. And then I dropped the last screw. Monday, I had a doctor's appointment. Tuesday, I had a doctor's appointment. Tuesday afternoon, I cut all off my hair. I don't really know how I feel about it yet, and I'm going to get another haircut today because I don't really like the way that it looks. So until then, we're just rocking a bandana. But it's who I am. I changed my hair a lot. And for a while, I just wanted to have short hair. So I said, shut up. This is the year of me doing what I want and telling myself to shut up and just do it. Like buying a van, cutting my hair, doing what I want, and not thinking about it too much because then you won't do what you really want. I, for a really long time, was one of those people who would say, oh, I really want to do that, and then never do it. And I don't know, I started to feel like a loser and that I was just like all this talk and I didn't have any game. So I'm starting to do the things I want to do and not really think about the repercussions too much. Do what you want. Stop overthinking it. I probably sound bonkers, but that's okay. Now it's time for a big piece. Those big pieces suck! Just trying to find a board with not a lot of naughty nonsense, but all the boards are getting pretty naughty nonsensey. Pretty nonsense and naughty nonsense. Good God, what a tongue twister. Naughty nonsense. This is gonna be a tricky one. Okay. I gotta really manipulate this wood. That's what's happening. Man, this particular installment is very exhausting. It's a lot of shoulder strength, and I thought my shoulders were big and beefy, but it's still a little exhausting. So I'm having to multitask a lot during this process because I don't have enough space to stain and sand and pre-stain all of my boards at the start. So I have to do it as I go. Dude, this cable's trying to kill me. Oh, how did that happen? It's short. Yeah, I cut it a whole inch short when I was measuring it. Silly Betsy. Sometimes things won't be perfect. And that is okay. Just gotta keep trying and doing our best. That's much better. Well, run into a little bit of a problem. Remember I said I was staining stuff? This is the stain I bought, and it is a Simply White. What I did was the wrong thing to do. I mixed the top and I just used what was in there, stain everything that's already in the van. And I went to go stain another round and it is completely white. You can see it dripping down the side. It has turned the boards completely white. So I have an entire layer of just white boards, and I've been sanding 2 of them for 10 minutes and they are not getting any more back to normal. So I have to scrap that entire set of wood, and I need to figure out how to match the stain that's currently on the ceiling, like a satin clear polyurethane. So I'm thinking I will just go and buy that. Crap, man. When I was drilling this hole, it got a little larger than I expected, which always sucks because it just ripped through the wood. But on a positive note, it's repairable, so. Okay, super glue is on. Just gonna make it snug. Apply some pressure. It doesn't have to be perfect. You gotta work around whatever problems you have. Right now, my problem was that the hole got ripped apart. It's gonna work, it's gonna work. You ever been in an RV? This is what it's like. Every light has a purpose. I don't want the light for this area to be over here, over there. That I'm not doing things willy-nilly. I am doing things with a purpose. Does it always make sense to every single one of you guys? No. Am I doing my best? Yes. So if you're thinking of commenting, you said he used it, shitty is that? Adjust your tone and maybe say it nicer.
I'm sensitive, you know.
It's in. All right, I can't do EDM right now. I'm getting frustrated. There's a gap here that just won't quit, and there's not much I can do about it. So that's the reality of everything being kind of curved. I'm tired of these cables hitting me in the face. I'm tired of sawdust getting in my eyes. I'm tired of this, Grandpa.
That's too damn bad!
What is happening? It like didn't want to shoot twice. Shooting blanks over here. Man, building a van while being a parent and full-time parenting can be so frustrating. But I'm really trying to be just such a gentle parent. I'm very uncomfortable right now. What is happening right now? PSI got somehow turned down to 40 and I've been using it at 60. It's been perfect. So that's on me for not checking. There's some places that it's definitely ugly and it's definitely crooked and it's definitely not professional. But I never said I was a professional. Let's take a break from our sponsor, our inner saboteur. I'm sure this is fine. I'm sure you've done a great job. Nothing is ever perfect, even when professionals do it. You got this. God, that's as good as it's gonna get. I'm not perfect, neither is my man. That's why we're made for each other. I've enlisted my father-in-law to help with working over this chair because it is a pain in the butt. Check it out. Wow. Wow, wow.
Yeah.
So all I have left is that piece right there. It's amazing to have help sometimes, but sometimes I just need to finesse problems on my own. So I'm taking a break, letting my father-in-law get some rest, telling him thank you. But it's just that little piece, and I will probably close off these gaps with walls and then do an angular like 1x6. Any piece, just a reminder, that has this 1x6 piece of wood already existing is going to be a cabinet. So I'm able to kind of leave that area unfinished. It's the pieces above the door that I have to worry about and the pieces above the bed I have to worry about. But come on. Come on. Hopefully be the size. Let's see what it's looking like. Sort of. Just putting the last touches on the ceiling by getting the lights to work. They're working. In an ideal world, what I'd like to do is get the kitchen installed before I leave. I'm not sure if that will happen, so I will leave you here. Thank you for watching. Enjoy the background music. Halloween, Halloween.